Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about Katy Perry's journey to sobriety, the possibility that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will get booed in the UK, and Blac Chyna's dramatic transformation. First up, Katy Perry has just confessed that she's been sober for 5 weeks. She revealed that she had a pact with her fiancé Orlando Bloom to try and quit for 3 months. During a curated cocktail event at Mr. Paradise in New York City, she spoke to People magazine about her journey to sobriety. She said, "I've been sober for 5 weeks today. I'm doing a pact with my partner and I want to quit." When she was offered a drink, apparently she insisted that she cannot cave because she made a 3-month promise. So she's clearly trying to follow through. It's possible that the couple decided to go alcohol free together in hopes that they'll eventually be able to stick with sobriety. It might prove to be a little challenging though, but it's good that they have each other for support. These days, Katy and Orlando seem to be happier than ever. They first met back in January of 2016 at the Golden Globes after party. Not long after that, they were seen on several public outings, and then photos were taken of them kissing while they were in Hawaii. But their relationship did get a little bit rocky in 2017 when they decided to split up. 5 months later though, they were seen together again at a concert looking very happy. After that, we didn't hear anything from them until around February of 2018 when they finally confirmed that they were getting back together. Orlando proposed to Katy on Valentine's Day the following year with a pink stone and diamond engagement ring. Then in March of 2020, they revealed that they were expecting a baby together, and fans were beyond excited. The couple welcomed their daughter Daisy Dove in August that same year, and they became a family of 3. Since becoming parents, Katy and Orlando's relationship seems to be a lot more stable, but like everything else, it's not without its challenges. One of those being the fact that they have very different careers, and those work schedules tend to pull them apart. Orlando said, "We're in 2 very different pools. Her pool is not a pool that I necessarily understand, and I think my pool is not a pool that she necessarily understands. Sometimes things are really challenging, I won't lie." He explained that they battle with their emotions and creativity, but they have a unique connection and there's definitely never a dull moment in their relationship. For her part, Katy has also described their love life as challenging. She spoke to Vogue in 2020 and said, "It's exhausting, but we really hold each other accountable. I've never had a partner who was willing to go on an emotional and spiritual journey like Orlando. It's challenging because you're facing all of the things you don't like about yourself. It's a never-ending cleanse. He's an anchor who holds me down and he's very real. He's not the #1 fan of Katy Perry, but he's the #1 fan of Katherine Hudson." This is true of course because Orlando has admitted several times that he is her biggest fan. He also praised her work on American Idol and said what she does for young musicians is so empowering. Now, he was obviously speaking from the heart here, but you might find that a lot of people disagree with that statement. If anything, Katy's time on the show has proven to be pretty controversial. She's consistently gotten herself into hot water with her bizarre antics, and it's only gotten worse over time. Back in 2018, a 19-year-old contestant named Benjamin Glaze came on the show. He explained that he's never kissed a girl before because he hasn't been in a relationship. He was very firm in his belief that he didn't want to do one without the other. Benjamin made it clear that he wanted his first kiss to be special. When Katy Perry heard about this, she stood up and said, "Come here right now." She asked him for a kiss on the cheek, and even though he was hesitant, Benjamin walked over to her and did as she asked. But when he went to kiss her, Katy swung her face towards him and kissed him on the lips. He was visibly shocked and stumbled backwards. After the episode aired, he ended up speaking out about what happened. He claimed that he never consented to the kiss and said he would have refused if she asked his permission. Now, you might not think that this was a big deal, but it was still non-consensual. Fans were understandably upset about the incident and compared the idea of a male judge doing it to a female contestant. With the roles reversed like that, there would have been a lot more outrage. Fast forward to 2023 and Katy came under fire yet again for making fun of another contestant. Sarah Beth came onto the show for her audition, and right from the start she was being condescending towards her. When Sarah revealed that she was 25 years old with 3 kids, Katy started to openly mock her. She pretended that she was going to faint and made a joke saying that Sarah had been laying on her back too much. Unfortunately, the rudeness continued well into her actual audition. She was interrupted several times when she started singing, and Katy told her that it was not enough and instructed her to pick a different song. As expected, this episode did not go down too well with viewers, and the singer was eventually labeled a massive bully. She's been repeatedly called out on social media, and fans believe that she seriously needs to change her behavior. But for now, Katy has not made any attempt to address the controversy. Moving on, it looks like the controversy surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle might just be too much for the King's coronation. A recent poll of the British public came through with some unsurprising results. Out of the 2,000 people surveyed, most would prefer if they were not at the coronation. The survey also found 1 in 5 Britons said they were less likely to watch the event if the royal couple ended up attending. Royal biographers believe that these results spell disaster for Meghan and Harry. The public reaction to to them is still looking unfavorable. In fact, it's even been suggested that they will be booed by the crowd if they do show up. TV analyst Jeff Ritchie said, with less than 2 months until the King's coronation, speculation about the Sussexes' appearance has so far overshadowed all other build-up. This latest research shows that even some dedicated royal watchers will be reaching for the remote if the Duke and Duchess appear on their screens. Despite the fact that they are invited, apparently Meghan and Harry are yet to RSVP, so at this point it's still possible that they might decide to reject their invitations. After the release of Spare, the couple have seemingly lost all contact with the rest of the royal family. At the moment, they are said to be negotiating terms before the event. Sources close to the palace have said that they have set out a series of demands. These reportedly include specific security arrangements and celebrating their son's 4th birthday, which falls on the exact same day. But according to a report from the Mirror, Harry and Meghan have another condition. They will only attend the coronation if the vibes aren't toxic. A source close to the couple said, Harry has been very clear and his position hasn't wavered. He isn't going to come if he feels the atmosphere will be as toxic as it was during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. He said he wants to reconcile with his family and it's their call, but so far nothing has changed. So it looks like he's still not on speaking terms with the rest of his family. Possible that things will change as the event draws nearer, but that means that they'll have less than 2 months to patch things up. Otherwise, it's going to be incredibly uncomfortable for everyone involved if Harry and Meghan show up to the coronation and they get the cold shoulder from the rest of the family. Not only that, but the public's opinion of them is still very divided. Even fellow celebrities can't seem to agree on how they feel about the couple. Earlier this month, the star of Succession, Brian Cox, made headlines when he called BS on Meghan Markle's story. He said she knew what she was getting into when she married Prince Harry. He believes that she had ambitions of joining the royal family and childhood dreams of marrying Prince Charming. Quote, "You can't go into a system where somebody's already been trained to behave in a certain kind of way and then just expect them to cut themselves off. I mean, she knew what she was getting into." Of course, Brian's comments earned him quite a bit of backlash, and he had to clarify that they were taken way out of context. He said, "I actually have enormous sympathy for them. They're the product of an institution which is moribund and shouldn't exist anymore. But that's a difficult situation where Meghan comes from, and it's understandable that she sees something appealing and it does look like a fairy tale, but it was a fairy tale that went horribly wrong." The actor went on to say that Harry and Meghan are victims of their situation. He believes they were genuine in claiming that royal life took a toll on them. He said, "I don't know what went on, but something clearly traumatic went on for the pair of them. I don't think they made it up. I don't think it's false. I think it's true and should have been rectified, and it hasn't." Brian is also a famous anti-monarchist and believes that in this day and age, the royal family simply should not exist. Now, this argument has been around for a very long time, and Brian is certainly not the only person who believes it. In response to these kind of sentiments, the institution has gone to great lengths to ensure the royal family remains relevant and popular. But there is something decidedly more modern about King Charles. He's always been very outspoken about issues close to his heart, even if they weren't very popular at the time. For instance, he's been a strong climate change activist and has been speaking out about it since the 60s. He's backed the 2015 Paris Climate Accord and discussed the issue with Donald Trump during his visit in 2019. I mean, even his coronation is set to be as modern as tradition allows. Buckingham Palace said the ceremony will reflect the king's role today as well as the future of the monarchy. Charles and Camilla will be crowned in the Abbey in a service conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury. He will still pledge to be the defender of the faith, but there will also be other words included in the oath that show the king serves all religions. This will be done to reflect the diversity of modern Britain. The event will have around 2,000 guests, including heads of state from all around the world. Of course, the whole thing will be televised, and most likely millions of viewers will be tuning in to watch. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to be one of those people. And now, why is everyone talking about Blac Chyna? Well, it's because she's gone through a dramatic transformation after having a spiritual awakening. She seems to have reversed every single cosmetic procedure that she's ever had done on her body. She removed all her facial filler, as well as went through a breast and butt reduction procedure. She's also changed her name to Angela White. The 34-year-old used to be known for her exaggerated look, but now she's made some really big changes. She spoke to Access Hollywood and opened up about the many procedures that she's had done over the years and her journey in getting them reversed. She said, "This is my 5th boob job. I've had liposuction 3 times. I've had fillers. I've had butt augmentation." She explained that she had to go under an 8-hour operation in order to get rid of a 2-liter Coke bottle worth of silicone in her bum. That removal alone resulted in her losing 10 pounds. Chyna explained that she was most worried about that particular procedure because she got the work done when she was only 19 years old and it wasn't performed by a licensed doctor. Quote, "This is a regular person that's doing it, so they're getting whatever substance they're doing and giving it to you. They're not telling you, hey, you could possibly die. My rear end would would get super inflamed and it would get very hard and very hot. It was very scary. When speaking about her transformation, she said she got tired of having the surgery look because she feels like it's no longer flattering and it totally changed her face. Quote, "I don't know why I even did all the fillers. Well, I did it because everyone else was doing it. Let this be a lesson. I did it when I was so young, and I didn't even give my body time to fully develop." Fans loved her honesty and commended her for publicly acknowledging that yes, she might have made a mistake. But what really brought on this massive change? Well, Chyna says that she's actually become a born-again Christian, and apart from reversing most of the plastic surgeries, she's also taking steps to remove some of the tattoos she has on her body. She explains that she got a tattoo of a demon whose goal is to create and spread chaos, so by getting rid of it, she's removing all the negative energy that is holding her back. She also decided to stop posting on her OnlyFans, even though it was making her around $240 million per year. She joined the site in 2020 and was crowned the highest earning celebrity that year, but she stopped for a very good reason. She wanted to set a good example for her kids. 10-year-old King Chare, who she shares with her ex Tiger, and 6-year-old Dream, who she shares with her ex Rob Kardashian. So it's cool to see that her transformation is a lot more than just the physical stuff. So what do you guys think about this latest story? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.